Okay, so let me show you guys one more thing because I talked a little bit briefly about it. This is one of the other techniques that we're going to be utilizing a lot. It's spline modeling, okay? And basically all that is, it's a curve, it's an edge, whatever you want to call it. I use this stuff quite a bit, um, especially for doing panels. And I'll show you why. Just dropped a bevel modifier on this. I'm just going to increase the height. Okay, cool. We got a nice little edge here. Can you see it from there? Kind of techie. Come under here, edit spline. Take you, I'm going to scale you in. Push this here, push this here. Okay, I'll show you what that looks like. Looks like a hot mess. We obviously have geometry intersecting here, which isn't great. But what I can now do is I can say, hey, I want to boolean this line. Okay, this line is now going to become part of this. And then, you know what? I want to take this line out. Okay, extremely fast. Okay, I can also do really cool things such as this with it. I just drew a circle. You guys can't see it, but it's there. You're going to see it in a second. Boop. Okay. Boop. 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 Just duplicated that little piece. And you can see sometimes it'll freak out, okay? And this is because it's trying to draw the polygonal geometry, and it can't quite make a clean object. Okay, so I'm going to show you too. Again, what happens here, edit poly. So this is how Max has decided to retriangulate this. If I was to export this, this may or may not work as is. It may, sometimes it does, but it may not either. So one of the things that we can quickly do if we need to tessellate this, or if we want to just really quickly see what it could potentially look like if we export it, I'm going to come under here, I'm going to hit PRO for Pro Optimizer, click this guy, and I'm just going to hit calculate. Okay? And this instantly triangulates the mesh as best as it possibly can. And you notice it's triangulating all around these edges here. This is a very good representation of what happens to your mesh when it goes over to a video game engine. Okay? It turns it essentially into triangle soup, and they do this for a number of reasons. Depending on your engine, they may even split each triangle independently of the object, so they can cull it, meaning, again, they can pull pieces of it off. Okay? This isn't that bad. This isn't that heavy. It's just be aware of what this thing is doing under the hood. That way you're not surprised. Let's clean this guy up just a little bit, though, so we don't have all of those extra polys just floating there. It's not good. Boop. And you notice, too, that Max knows what the triangle and the poly count kind of currently is. It knows roughly what this object is, no matter what. Because Max sees this thing as polys and tris, so it kind of keeps calculation there. But this is, again, this is stuff that's super important. So spline modeling, you can duplicate, you can insert, you can remove pieces. If you haven't suddenly mastered all of this, because we've only been talking about it for a half hour and we've been talking about it really quickly, that's okay, because we're going to go through and model a bunch of stuff, and you're going to see me using this. But I want you guys to be kind of get a good heads up of what we're doing.